Hello and welcome to the table. I'm your host, Wolf, and today we are going to be doing a review video for this year of Magic the Gathering. But before I get into that, I want to say right off the bat this year, I don't want to be super negative towards Magic. I love the game. Some of you probably think that I'm having rough patches with it. I will say that. I don't hate the game. I love the game. It's introduced me to a community where I think I belong. I love being a part of the TCG community. It's the reason I'm making videos. It's the reason I've fallen in love with making videos. And it's the reason that I've made so many friends and I've kept my friendships alive that I've had since elementary school. And this game is very special to me, Magic the Gathering. It's the reason I play Flesh and Blood. It's the reason I make videos. It's the reason I'm here today. And I love the game for it, and I always will. Whether I have rough patches with it or not. It's like being married. But with all that aside, let's get right into the video. So, this year is an interesting one. I feel like this year is a lot of little tiny things, a lot of sets and stuff being geared specifically towards certain groups of people, if that makes any sense. So at the start of the year, I mean, I guess it's not the first set coming out this year, but February 9th, Murders at Karlov Manor will be coming out. And in that set, it's a murder mystery on Ravnica. Themed around clue tokens, might I add, so artifacts you can pay to sack them and draw a card. A whole set geared around them. Who knows what that's going to bring? It's probably not going to be very good, but I don't know. I'm very, I don't have very high of expectations for that set. But if you love murder mysteries, if you love mysteries and suspense, this set's for you. And people that like that kind of stuff, they're like, oh, this is so sweet, and they're going to buy into it. And you look into the next set coming out in April, Outlaws of Thunder Junction. It's a Western set. It's all of the greatest villains of Magic the Gathering. Oko, where he's going to meet his son Kellen, most likely. Rakdos. Jason Vraska, because they're a couple now. I mean, they've been a couple for a while. But, Squeed, maybe Liliana. Like, a bunch of villains from Magic's past are going to meet up on this Western set. I'm not really sure what to expect out of that, but that is a set. If you love Westerns and you love a good villain story, that set's for you. And coming out prior to that in March, the Fallout Precons, and then after that, Assassin's Creed coming out in July. Well, there are two video game Universes Beyond sets. If you love that kind of stuff, buy into that. You love Commander and you love video games, buy the Fallout Precons. If you don't like Commander, buy Assassin's Creed. Bloomburrow is coming out after that in Q3. And if you love little animals, you love little critters and pets and whatnot, buy that set. You're going to love it. If you love horror, but not on Innistrad, get Duskmourn, House of Horrors. It seems like a lot of the sets, basically every single product coming out this year from Wizards of the Coast, is geared towards a certain group of people. Whether it's horror lovers, animal lovers, video game lovers, murder mystery lovers, and Western lovers. I mean, it's geared towards that specific group of people. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still going to buy some of those products. I'm still going to buy packs of those products and do the pre-release and do pack wars for that kind of stuff. People are still going to buy it, whether they like that kind of stuff or not. But specifically geared towards certain groups of people to where those groups of people are really going to get into the set and are really going to make money from those people. And I feel like with the way that Murders at Karlov Manor is going, if they're going to head that direction for a bunch of other sets, I'm very concerned. Because Murders at Karlov Manor is an all clue token themed set for the most part. Every card that they've spoiled says the word clue in it somewhere. Clue token or detective. And detectives care about clue tokens. So the whole set cares about clue tokens or artifacts or detectives. Now, here's the thing. I don't see how that can really be a good set. And it seems like they're going way too into the theme. I kind of like it, but at the same time, I'm really worried about it because it could wind up being a pretty bad thing. Outlaws of Thunder Junction. It's a Western set in Magic the Gathering, which doesn't have guns, but it's a Western. It's also a villain story where a bunch of Magic's villains are going to get together. I don't really see how that's a set, how that can be a whole set. I get how that can be a part of the lore and a little story and a little tidbit in a main set, but I don't see how that one story can be a whole set. Unless it's a smaller set, and I don't want that, because they're already making one of those this year. I don't want another one. Speaking of that, Assassin's Creed. It's a Universes Beyond set, right? Well, with it brings a new kind of pack, a Universes Beyond booster pack, and based on the set, could be smaller, could be bigger than a normal size set. The pack is going to basically have a certain amount of cards in it based on how big the set is. If it's more of a supplemental set, then it's going to have like 10 cards in the pack. If it's going to be a bigger set, like Commander Masters, it's going to have 20 cards in the pack. I'm not looking forward to that. And I'm honestly really scared about it, because the last time Wizards made a smaller set, like a Assassin's Creed, I'm not sure exactly how good it's going to be, but their last attempt at it was less than good. So, and then Bloomburrow, I'm cautiously excited about it, because I like little animals, I like animals, and I'm not sure that's a set. I'm not sure how they're going to make that into a set with a bunch of cute animals. Besides a whole squirrel token themed set, I mean, tokens, I guess it could be a token set, but I'm not exactly sure how they're going to make this into a whole set. And Duskmourn, so we all know Innistrad. We all know that Innistrad sets are very fun and are very good, and they have all the perks and bonuses of all of the Innistrad strategies and mechanics and whatnot. But this set isn't on Innistrad, so it's a horror set like Innistrad, but it's not on Innistrad. So all of the bonuses that we get from an Innistrad set are taken out and instead replaced with more horror. And I'm not exactly sure if that means that this set's going to be good or if it's just going to suck. And I'm scared. I'm worried. Now, there are two sets coming out this year that I'm very excited for. Those being Ravnica Remastered, which is a reprint only set, but it reprints so many good playables. All the Shocklands and a bunch of really good Commander staples are going to be reprinted in that set, plus Farseek has not been reprinted in an actual set, not just precons, for a while, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't have to buy a precon to get a Farseek, and yes, I get that I can spend the money on it, but I spend all my money on Flesh and Blood and not on Magic Greed. I just do Pack Wars. But Ravnica Remastered, coming out January 12th next week, I will be doing a refresher kind of pre-release guide, because, I mean, Ravnica pre-release has not been around for a bit. If you have done Ravnica pre-release, I'll do that for you next week, and you can kind of, if you haven't done it, you can kind of figure out, hey, what the guilds do. If you have done it before, it kind of gives you a bit of a refresher, so I'll be doing that next week. But Ravnica Remastered is reprinting some of the best in cards of Ravnica, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a super fun set, and I think I'm going to really enjoy it. But Modern Horizons 3 is the set that I'm really looking forward to, coming out in June. So it's not coming out for a while, but it's going to be a super good set, because every single Modern Horizons set that has come out so far has been super good and has massively exceeded my expectations. And if they do some super cool stuff with the double face cards, like they are saying that they're pointing in the set, I think it's going to be a super fun set. If it's anything like the last two Modern Horizons sets, this set's going to be super good, and they're going to provide more complexity with double-face cards in the set. I think it's going to be very fun. If Hasbro mucks it up, I'm going to be very pissed. But I'm looking forward to those two sets. I'm cautiously excited about a couple of the sets coming out this year, like Bloomburrow, like Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Yes, I get that a lot of Magic fans don't really want guns in the game, but I like Westerns. I love Mandalorian. I love Star Wars because it's basically a space Western. And this is like Magic's closest thing to it. I don't know. I feel like it could be really fun and cool, and I'm hoping that it is. If it isn't, I'm gonna be sad, and yeah. Could be cool lore, though. But as far as all the sets go for this year, the sets, I'm going to kind of rank the sets I'm most excited for to the sets I'm the least excited for. Now, I've already said it, Modern Horizons 3 is the set that I'm looking forward to the most coming out this year. I think it's going to be an absolutely spectacular set, and it's going to provide a lot of really good new staples and good cards. And I like that. I like there being more new powerful cards being added to the game. I don't want it to just be reprints. I get that reprints are very good for the game, and I do love reprints, but I want there to be new stuff added to the game as well, which is why my second place most excited for set of the year pick is Ravnica Remastered, because it's a reprint set. I love reprint sets, and it's going to be a super fun set to draft. Like Modern Horizons 3, it's going to be super fun to draft, and I feel like it's going to be great to get some reprints on some of these very powerful and fairly expensive cards, like the Shot Clans. But after that, Bloomburrow, I'm not really sure what to expect from it, so I'm kind of excited for it. Same thing with Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I don't really know, honestly, what to expect from that set either, but I think that it could be good. Assassin's Creed, I'm looking forward to a fair amount, because I feel like it's going to kind of be like Lord of the Rings. I'm like, this set's probably going to suck, and it winds up surprising me, but the reason I'm placing this fairly low is because it's going to be more of a supplemental set. It's going to be a smaller set, and that kind of scares me. Because their last attempt, Wizards' last attempt at it, was really poor, and I don't want that to happen again. So I'm very skeptical about this. But House of Horrors, Duskmourn House of Horrors is after that. Yeah, I've already said all I needed to. It's an Innistrad set, not on Innistrad. So, I don't think that it could be great. I mean, horror set, that's it, pretty much. Murders at Karlov Manor is after that. The only thing that set has going for it is play boosters. I'm just going to say it now. That set has one thing going for it, and that is adding play boosters to Magic the Gathering. Besides that, this set's probably going to suck. I'm sorry, it just is. Now, Fallout. I'm not saying that the product's going to be bad, because I don't want to... I didn't talk about the Doctor Who pre-cons last year. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want people to light me up in the comments. And I don't want people to light me up in the comments over Fallout either. It's not that I think that the product's going to suck. It's just that I'm not really excited for Commander pre-cons. Because I play Commander, but I have plenty of pre-cons already. And I don't want to spend more money on pre-cons. I just don't. I just don't. But anyways, that's it. That's all that I have for the MTG 2024 review. I think that this year, it could be good. And I'm hoping it is. And I'm hoping that Hasbro fixes their crap and figures out what they need to do in order to make good products. And I want them to not release this much product, but they're going to, because they're stupid, greedy. I'm not gonna be negative Nancy. But this year, I wish there were less products. I wish that they spent a little bit more time to make these products really good. But right now, I'm just cautiously excited. So anyways, with all of that aside, thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll see you next time.